You want the best Pro Evolution Soccer 21 experience in 2025, but you don't know which version to install, Fanurex or Megapatch. A lot of you have been asking this, and I get it, especially considering how much space Fanurex eats up on your hard drive. That's why I'm making this video, to break down the key differences and help you all decide which modpack is better for you. I'll go over everything from installation, gameplay, and features to storage space, so by the end you will know exactly which one fits your needs. Before we dive in, let me say just one thing. Yes, I will share my preferences, and yeah, I might lean towards one option. But it doesn't mean that I am bashing the other one. Both Fanurex and Megapatch bring a lot to the table, and it's amazing that modders are still keeping Pro Evo 21 alive in 2025. I for one am super grateful for all of their work and hope that we can get more people like this in our community. So don't get dramatic, alright? And stick around till the end, because I've got 2 essential tips for anyone who wants to try manual controls but is hesitant to take the plunge. Alright, so what are those Fanurex and Megapatch? Well, basically, they are modpacks. That means they bundle multiple mods together to create a specific football gaming experience. Think of them as curated packages that save you the hassle of installing individual mods manually. The biggest advantage of the modpack? Well, it makes modding way easier. Instead of hunting down compatible mods and dealing with endless installation headaches, you get ready-made package. That's especially great if you don't have the patience or technical skills to fine-tune everything yourself. The downside? Well, it's someone else's vision. If the creator loves a certain gameplay tweak, but you don't, well, tough luck, unless you're willing to tweak things yourself. And that's the good news. You can basically use both of these modpacks to serve you as a solid foundation, so you can always customize from there. Now, before we talk about the differences, it's important to mention that both Fanurex and Megapatch are based on Football Live 25, which is an unofficial version of Pro Evolution Soccer 21. And in case you didn't notice, Pro Evo 21 is not available for purchase anymore. So no matter which one you choose, you are getting an upgraded PES experience. Now let's get into the main differences, starting with the installation process. Installation is actually one of the biggest differences between the two. Megapatch requires Football Live 25. It's essentially an add-on that you install on top of the base game. So before you even get to modding, you need to install Football Live first. Fanurex, on the other hand, includes the base game. It's a standalone version, meaning you don't need Pro Evo 21 or Football Live installed beforehand. Just install Fanurex and you're basically good to go. This makes it an easier, all-in-one solution if you are starting from the scratch. Next, let's talk about visuals, because not all modpacks are equal in this department. Megapatch 3 does not come with real player faces or extra stadiums by default. If you want those, you will have to download them separately and install them yourself. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but it does add a few extra steps in the process. Fanurex, however, comes packed with tons of real faces and an impressive 450 stadiums right out of the box. No extra downloads, no extra hassle, it's all there from the start. Now onto the gameplay, which is arguably the most important difference. Megapatch uses Football for Live gameplay mod. This one is designed for assisted play, meaning it's great if you prefer the game to handle some of the aiming for passing and shooting for you. You can play it with full manual, which is often called FUMA by the way, but it's not fully optimized for that style of controls. Fanurex on the flip side has a custom gameplay mod built specifically for FUMA players. Assisted shooting works fine with Fanurex as well, but when it comes to passing, well, it's never truly assisted, even if you max out assist level settings. So if you want the best manual gameplay experience, Fanurex is the way to go. But if you wanna play with assisted passing and shooting, then I definitely recommend you go for Megapatch. Then we have other features. Both mod packs include a bunch of smaller upgrades like career mode tweaks, chants, updated kits, new menus and more stuff. Now I won't go into every single detail because honestly I don't care much about things like boots or accessories. If you want a deep dive into kit accuracy and presentation tweaks, well, I'm not your guy. My focus is usually on gameplay and the in-match atmosphere plus how the game actually feels. Atmosphere itself is better in Fanurex out of the box because yeah, you got the full package installed already. But overall both have tons of nuanced mods installed, lots of smaller updates and tweaks here and there. Let's talk about something that might make or break your decision, the hard drive space. Megapatch has flexible storage requirements. At minimum, you will need 112 GB if you install the base game plus the face pack. If you want real stadiums, add another 10 GB per each league installed, which means your installation can go from anywhere like 112 GB to as much as 400 GB if you install everything. Fanurex though? Well, it's a beast. Right out of the box, it requires a whopping 357 GB. That includes everything: faces, stadiums, ad boards, the works. The good news? Well, you can clean up a lot of that space after the installation. By deleting unused face data and stadiums, you can shrink it down to around 180 GB, I guess. But still, don't expect a fully modded PES experience to be under 150 GB. It's just not really happening here for Pro Evo 21. Now that we've covered everything, let's get to the verdict on the key question. Which is better for you, Fanurex or Megapatch? See, Megapatch is basically a light version of Fanurex. If Fanurex is the all-you-can-eat, then Megapatch is the main course. It has fewer files, takes up less space, and doesn't require as much commitment. Fanurex is the ultimate Pro Evo 21 experience. It looks at these requirements and says, screw it, while your hard drive cries in kilobyte tears. And on top of that, Fanurex includes everything that comes with Megapatch. And then there is the gameplay. This is where it really comes down to personal preferences. Do you prefer assisted passing? If so, Megapatch Football for Life gameplay mod is a solid choice. It's well balanced with smooth AI attacking patterns, making it a great pick for players who like a more structured and easier experience in their football games. But if you prefer to challenge yourself with manual passing, then Fanurex is the way to go. The gameplay is silky smooth, and it's hands down the best FUMA experience I've ever had. If you are serious about mastering manual controls, Fanurex gives you the perfect playground to do it. I actually did a deep dive into Fanurex 2.1 version's gameplay in a recent review, so if you are interested, check that out for a more detailed breakdown. So, which one should you pick? I believe it comes down to two questions. The first one is, are you okay with using 200 GB plus for Fanurex? And the second question is, do you want to try manual controls? If the answer is yes to both, then go with Fanurex. If the answer is no to either, Megapatch is a great alternative. Personally, I can't go back to assisted controls after switching to full manual. At first, yeah, it's rough. You will mess up simple passes, and scoring will feel impossible. But if you stick with it, things start clicking. And trust me, it's worth it. It's the most satisfying football experience I've had in a video game, and I've been playing since the late 90s. Now, before we get out of here are two promised tips for aspiring FUMA players. First tip is aim your passes into spaces, not directly at players. Think about where you want the ball and the player to meet and aim there. And the second tip is start with manual passing but keep assisted shooting on. And then once you are comfortable with passing and you can consistently create chances, switch to manual shooting. So those were my two tips that I found to be super helpful when I started with FUMA. If you found this video helpful, drop a like. and if you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button. Anyway, that's all from me in this video. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you in the next one.